Well, Michael, we didn't really see some of those blockbuster trades that we normally see, or even the trades that we anticipated at this year's draft. So it was kind of anticlimactic in a way.
It is, and it kind of wasn't. Like, obviously, Erik Karlsson is still an Ottawa Senator for now, and we didn't see that big blockbuster trade, but we did see a lot of surprises. And the surprises really came at the number 3 spot, where Montreal took a guy, and Jesperi Kotkaniemi, who was rated probably outside the top 20. I saw him even outside the top 15 on a lot of draft boards. And that trend sort of continued, where Filip Zadina drops down in the draft order. I thought he was maybe going to go as high as 3, maybe as high as 4. Didn't go that far. And then what we saw really was the Canadians. Like, Barrett Hayton goes number 5 overall to Arizona Coyotes. No one had this guy going 5. So, you know, it was an impressive draft for the Canadians in the sense that Hayton goes 5. After that, Evan Bouchard and Noah Dobson rounded out the top Canadians in the draft. And, you know, like, I think the draft order is what it is. I think we'll see how it pans out in the next 15 years.
And then you look at the Ottawa Senators, who selected Brady Tkachuk 4th overall, which is a kind of interesting story because we weren't sure where they were going to pick and which players they were interested in. They were interested in a few different players, but obviously going with Brady Tkachuk, who was the 2nd-ranked North American skater by the NHL Central Scouting ranking. So interesting story there with Keith Tkachuk and Matthew Tkachuk. Obviously, his dad and his brother. Really interesting to talk to the family, who are pretty happy that they're not going to be in the same conference, obviously. So, and bragging rights. Keith went 19th overall, and Matthew went 6th overall to the Calgary Flames in 2016. So, how else did you think that the Canadian teams fared?
You know, I thought Canadian teams did really well, Kristen. When you look at what Vancouver was able to get in Quinn Hughes, that's a defenseman that they really desperately wanted, and I think a lot of people thought he was going to be off the board by the time they were getting. So they're getting a puck mover that's really going to help them in years to come. And then when you look at Edmonton, another team that really needed to solidify their back end, they get Evan Bouchard, big shot, right-handed defenseman. So both those teams really kind of accomplished what they were kind of looking for. And, you know, I guess time will tell, but right now it looks like it was a positive for Canadian teams.
I'm Kristen Anderson with Post Media, and he's Michael Tracos.